Alright, let's like the video. Carl Jobs. Actually, Carl Jobs, if it wasn't for the whole, if it was not for the whole Gerard situation, I would not know about Carl Jobs. So I looked at some of his videos and I said, huh, you know, I haven't really watched this guy. I wanted to check out some of his stuff. Right off the bat, I saw something I would immediately love. How Syndicate, who I used to be a big fan of, faked his Black Ops Zombies world record. Yes, I heard about this, but didn't really, look into it too much. I was a big fan of Syndicate. I didn't know that he, like, did fake the world record, so it's actually interesting. I didn't know about any of this stuff, and I kind of fell off on Syndicate, so I kind of want to check it out and see what's going on. Bad, again, 2024 so far. Or, well, I guess 2023 just passed, right? I'm like 2023 and now 2024. Year of every freaking one of my OG YouTubers coming out with some kind of, like, controversy or, like, craziness. Getting canceled.
Hello, you absolute legends. Syndicate is one of the most successful and well-known personalities in the history of online gaming. On YouTube, he boasts well over 10 million subscribers throughout his channel.
I used to watch
and
Syndicate.
On Twitch,
I
he
still
holds a
watch
Guinness
Glitch
World
Queen.
Record
Glitch
for the
Queen is
first
so
person
good.
to
Highly
reach 1
recommend. We
million
should watch some of her
followers.
stuff.
Nowadays, his online presence
Queen
isn't
is
quite
good.
so large,
T.
but
Martin,
a
I used to
decade
watch.
ago, he was gigantic. Back in the early days, Syndicate built his channel
Jack
through Let's
Frags,
Plays
I'm
and
still
funny
watching.
clips of various games, including Halo, Fallout, and Modern Warfare. But
Freaking
one of
love
the games
Fallout.
that
Ooh, I
really
would love
helped
to do a
Syndicate pop off in
playthrough
the
of Fallout New
beginning was
Vegas.
Black Ops Zombies. Syndicate uploaded
All the
Black Ops
Fallouts.
Zombies
Y'all let me know.
videos
I
of all
would be
different
so
types,
down
but one
to
that
play
did
all
really
the
well
Fallout.
and one
Fallout
that he was
1,
most
2.
well known for was a series of videos released in late 2011. This
But the
series
1 and 2
chronicled
are like
Syndicate's
point and click,
game on
like
the first map,
text
Kino
adventures.
der
Those will be a
Toten,
minute.
the game where he reached all the way to round 116, which was a world record
I'm
at the
looking up.
time.
VR chat
This
really
run
is
garnered massive
just on
attention
PC.
with
I
the
was still
final
looking into
video amassing
I'd
over
be down.
14 million views, and is his third most popular video of all time. This video is responsible for many people getting interested in zombies, and was an amazing accomplishment when it happened.
But
The
when
only
I do
issue with
the
this
VR
run,
chat, I
however,
always wanted
is
to
that
do,
it's
like, the full
fake.
bodysuit
Syndicate
thing, like
used
Philly.
commands to cheat his way through this run, and acted
I
as
think
if
that'd
it
be
was
dope.
legitimate. This would go unnoticed for a full 10 years, until Who Needs Jug uploaded a video explaining why he thought the run was fake. Once the first video dropped, more videos were released with even more evidence, essentially making this one a done deal. However, despite this, Syndicate defenders still cling on to hope and refuse to accept that Syndicate just might be capable of lying. And even Syndicate himself, when
back a little
pressed on
bit? I'm
this
sorry,
issue,
how did he
it's
fake it
just
exactly?
flick.
Did he just have, like,
This
somebody
would
else
go
play?
unnoticed to cheat his way through this run, and acted as if it
How
was
did he cheat? How did he
and was
cheat?
an amazing accomplishment when it happened. The only issue with this
Wait.
interested in zombies, and was an amazing accomplishment when
Dude,
it
remember the
happened.
Wonder
The only
Waffle?
issue
Oh
with
my
this run,
goodness.
however, is that it's
Wonder
fake.
Waffle, Wonder
Syndicate
whatever.
used commands to cheat his way
weapon
through
was
this
sick.
run, and acted as if it was legitimate. This would go unnoticed for a full 10 years, until Who Needs Jug uploaded a video explaining why he thought the run was fake. Once the first video dropped, more videos were released with even more
Oh, he had
evidence,
God mode
essentially making
enabled?
this one a done deal. However, despite this, Syndicate defenders still cling on to hope and refuse to accept that Syndicate just might be capable of lying. And even Syndicate himself, when pressed on
Why,
this
did he-
issue,
did he, like,
wouldn't
not take
admit
a
it,
single
and still
freaking,
claims
like,
to
hit?
this day it's legit. In this video, I will take you through some of the evidence and explain why I believe Syndicate lied and cheated his way through the most famous zombies record of all time. I really hope you
dude,
enjoy.
this was my favorite freaking map
Seasons,
of
greetings,
all
legends.
time, dude.
In this video, I've partnered with Displate, who offers sleek metal posters that look amazing. I think if you're passionate about something, if you cherish something, posters are a fantastic thing to have. Personally, I am a gigantic nerd, and video games are my greatest passion, so I like to surround myself with them, and when I have posters of my favorite games
Dude,
on
I
my
think
walls,
my
I
record
can
on
feel the
Kino is, like,
positive energy. Displate works with the
70-something?
biggest brands in media,
80
including all of your
something, 80?
favorite
I
game,
no
film,
lifed
and
it in
TV
middle school, dude.
franchises. I mean,
With
if you
that game,
browse
with
these
just Kino, I didn't even
designs,
like
you
the
can
other maps.
immediately
I
tell
know
they
liked
look
it on Kino.
fantastic. If you are curious about some of my favorites, I've created a few collections for you to check out. You can see if you have the same taste as me.
Is this the metal
Displate's
thing, the
metal
metal plates?
design looks good and is
I want
super
these,
easy to
'cause I'm
install.
constantly swapping
Plus,
out
with the
my stuff.
magnet mounting
I'm
system,
100%
you can quickly
getting
swap
these,
and
I
change
just
displates anytime. Displates
don't
are
have
very
money right now.
affordable and are delivered anywhere in only
But
4
I'm
to
for
5
sure
days.
getting one.
Displate is also
I'm
helping
actually
to
gonna get
spread
a
the
bunch.
Christmas
I have an
cheer with a
entire
really
wall I
great
wanna
offer.
cover.
Just
I
click
was
my
gonna
link
put up,
or
like,
use my
paper
discount
posters,
code
but
Carl, and you'll receive up to 33%
this is like
off.
my answer
We
to
hope you have
me-
an amazing
my
holiday, and if
indecisive
you want to get
poster
something nice
swapping
for yourself or
necessities.
someone else, just click the link in the description and grab yourself a Displate.
I will, Carl.
Over
Thank
a
you.
span of 2 weeks beginning in late October 2011, Syndicate released 11 videos
Ooh,
showing...
what should I get my first disc plate of? A Fallout. That Fallout New Vegas one he showed was nice, but I've also seen some really cool Cyberpunk ones. There's some nice Skyrim ones, I'll be honest. They have anime ones too. I've seen some Miko ones that are nice. Maybe I should get a One Piece one. I think it'll be solid.
Casing highlights of his
A
run
monkey?
up
I
to
should
round...
get a monkey. I'm waiting for the flamethrower. Dude, it's coming. It's coming. I will. No, I actually have. I've been wanting to. I'm working on it. And by working on it, I mean I need money to pay an artist to do it. No, I've been talking to a couple people about getting t-shirt designs created and stuff. Not necessarily for this channel or for my VTuber, but like a completely separate thing for me and DW. But I figured might as well start putting some stuff out there. I'm starting to move in places, you know what I mean? If nothing else, I just want to have my own shirt design. I think it'll be cool, something to put up there.
And 116
Just
on
artwork,
the
just
Black
artwork.
Ops Zombies
Nothing
first map,
crazy. I'm not gonna
Dino
go off
Totem.
on a whole freaking
Needless to say,
merchandise
these videos
thing.
don't show the entire run, which wasn't a requirement until recently.
I just want to
as
say I
getting
have
up to
something,
rounds
you know?
this high takes tens of hours, and especially
Oh, what
back
a good
then,
weapon.
asking someone to
Oh, what a
upload the full
great
run was
freaking AR.
unreasonable. If anything, the amount of footage
Bro, with the
Syndicate did
straps
upload
on
was
it?
more than
Oh, that
most,
was
which
so
ultimately
cool. I
helps
used to
us
put
to
the
analyze
ACOG.
it to check for inconsistencies. The first video he uploaded was during round 68. This video is only a minute long, and just shows him reaching round 69. There really isn't much to it. The title indicates that this is just a sneak peek, indicating that it's a preview of something greater to come, which I want you to keep in mind. In the description, Syndicate explains why he doesn't have the Mule Kick perk. There are 5 perks available on this map, and you can hold up to 4 at any one time. Mule Kick is a perk that lets you hold 3 weapons. However, when you die, you lose all of your perks, including the weapon.
Is Mule Kick still in the latest Call of Duty? I was wondering that because I even got PH Flopper, which is such a cool freaking power at OP in Warzone, not Warzone, but in Zombies in the latest one. Which, by the way, I have to admit, the shirt should say Ayoo. You are 100% correct on that. It's gotta say Ayoo. But I also have Bon and Nana as my mascots, as like my little like cheerleader mascots, so I want them to be involved. And they don't have catchphrases yet. I gotta freaking debut at some point. I'll debut eventually. I'll figure all this stuff out and debut, trust me. But it'll say Ayoo. It'll say Ayoo. I'll do like a cute little, yeah, something. I'll do something.
That was in your 3rd weapon slot. In this case,
It'll be me in a
Syndicate was
business
holding
suit,
the
and it'll
Thunder
just say
gun
monkey
in this
business. It'll be
slot,
nice.
which is
It'll
the
be
best
classy.
gun and the one he was relying on to get through rounds.
like the Godfather.
Another perk is called Quick Revive,
There you
which
go,
you
that's
can
it.
get 3 times.
And it's just
Quick
gonna say
Revive
Ayoo.
is self-explanatory. When
Like
you
in
die,
quotes.
you revive. However, without your perks, as I just mentioned.
Ayoo.
So Syndicate is explaining that at some point he died, was forced to revive, and chose not to use Mule Kick again in case he lost the Thunder Gun again. This description is really important, because in the next video, uploaded on the very same day, now on round 71, Syndicate repeats this explanation. And just to avoid confusion, the word down is referring to a death. So saying that you had a down is just another way of saying that you were killed.
Because I've just been really avoiding stupid downs, but the only stupid down I've had was at round 27, and that's when I had Mule Kick. Now everyone's been like, why no Mule Kick? And the reason
Now
for
see, here's the cool part about like modern day stuff is that now we can live stream a lot of this, and it's just slightly more difficult to get away with it.
Mule Kick is simply because I had it, but I got the Mule Kick and then I got the Thunder Gun. So the Thunder Gun was in my Mule Kick slot, which is an absolutely idiotic move. I just completely forgot about losing it. I just didn't think I'd go down, to be honest. I got a bit overconfident.
So clearly these 2 videos are supposed to be the same game. Both videos don't have Mule Kick, they have all of the perks in the same order, both videos feature the exact same explanation as to why, and both videos are uploaded literally on the same day. And not only that, Syndicate is responding to comments on the round 68 video and is explaining it as if it were the same game.
But the only stupid down I've had was at round 27, and that's when I had Mule Kick. Now everyone's been like, why no Mule Kick?
However, we know for a fact these are 2 completely different games that have been spliced together. Every time you start up a new game, you are randomly assigned one of 4 characters, and we can tell which character you are by
correct.
either your speech or your hand model. Syndicate had his character
I
speech
only ever
turned
did it
off,
by
but
the-
we can still see his hands to know exactly.
That's interesting. I didn't know you could turn off your speech.
exactly which character he is playing. On his
The
round
hand model
68 video, we can see that he is playing
difficult.
as the character Nikolai. But in
Nikolai,
the very
yeah,
next
'cause he has
video,
the big-
round
the big
71,
puffy coat.
he's now playing as Takeo. It's important to note that it's impossible to change characters mid-run, so these
Is it Takeo or
videos are
Takeo?
definitely from completely different games. When confronted with this, Syndicate's excuse is quite frankly amazing. According to Syndicate, sometime after he uploaded his round 68 video, his game crashed, so he had to start a brand new game. Then, when he got back past his previous run, he pretended it was the same run. He did this for literally no reason, and didn't even mention it at the time. Despite legitimately getting up to the same round again, he felt—
Yeah, see, I feel that, the reason why I feel like that's such bogus is I feel like in the Call of Duty Zombies community, if you told me, yeah, I got to round 69 and freaking went, the game crashed, so I had to freaking play all over again and get back to round 71. I would not be like, oh, that's bogus, you suck, freaking loser. I'd be like, no, I'd be like, what, you freaking have to do it all over again, dude. I could barely get, my record is like 72 or something, and I gave up for life after that. I stopped playing for like years. And that was like, I would pause it, go to school, and then come back, and then play a little bit, and then pause it, and then go do other stuff because I got bored. And then I would unpause it and keep playing. Like, dude, no.
the need to lie and tell the same story about being downed and losing.
And the only reason I got to 77 is because I wanted
later,
the rights to be able to say I got to level to round 69.
Game. It doesn't make any logical sense, and quite frankly, it's basically impossible for this story to be true. As I mentioned before, both of these videos were uploaded on the same day, and not only that, even more videos—
Did I get to 72? I might have stopped before I got to 72. I think I did not accomplish 72. No way I accomplished 72. I know for a fact I got 69, because I freaking got giggled. I was so freaking happy. I think I took a— what did I take a picture with? Was it— what phone did I have at the time? Was it the Juke? I don't know. Point being, I might have gone down at 70. I think I gave up. I didn't get to 70. I don't think I finished 70.
Videos afterwards were still on the very same day, all the way up to round 81. In order to reach rounds this high,
you could literally just continuously keep like teleporting. Use a teleporter, use a teleporter, use a teleporter. I think what did I do? Did I do the MP40? I did whatever weapon was up here. Yeah, because it was really scary. My favorite weapon was the SMG that's inside of this little room to the left. That was my favorite. The little SMG, the one with the foldable thing. Oh, it was so cool. I just couldn't use it for the run because it was inconvenient. I would have to go up top to the right.
Many hours. On his round 68 video,
and
he explains
I wouldn't use the
it took
Wonder
him
Weapon.
6
I would
hours
just
to
do
get
ray
there.
gun
So
and
in order
MP40.
for his story to be true, this is what would have needed to have happened. He played for 6 hours to reach round 69, then he stopped playing to upload
So
that
I could
video.
just keep buying
then
MP40
he continued
ammo
playing for some
over and over
unspecified
again.
amount
And
of
then if I got
time
max
until
ammo, I
his
would ray
game
gun
crashed.
everyone.
After that, he uploaded a Minecraft video before starting a brand new game of zombies. Then he got up to round 81 again and uploaded all of those videos within that same day. However, getting to round 81 would take many hours. In fact, in his description on his round 81 video, he says he'd already put 30 hours into that game. And another crazy thing about this new game was the amount of points he had, which was around 500,000 by round 71. And in the round 68 video, he only had a bit over 200,000. So it wasn't just that he had to get to a much higher round, he had to get more than double the amount of points, which would have taken—
So it's like either he's headshotting like crazy this time, or just not spending any money? Just got lucky with the pack of punches?
many more hours to do. Basically, there's
got lucky with the mystery box?
only so many hours in a day. And even if Syndicate did use a time machine to
get a
grind
bit of extra
36
cash,
hours
I
in a
guess, if he
single
did the
day,
Easter
you'd think
eggs,
this would
right?
be something he would mention. And you would
like
think that
the
a game
meteorites?
crashing 6 hours in would also
To
be
play
something he would
115?
mention too. Apparently he is just pretending these two
How loud
games
is that? Is
are
that
the
like too
same
loud?
game
Nah, I think
for
we're good.
absolutely no reason. Ultimately, he's just lying about what happened.
Hey-o,
All of these videos were already
After
recorded
round
by the time he
69, baby!
uploaded his very first one, and they were all supposed to be the same game. In round 81, he dies for the second time, and we know it's for the second time because he says it is.
No! No! Oh my god, my second down. You have got to be shitting me.
Don't be sad though.
Immediately
You
after
can clear out.
reviving,
You can
he
clear
goes
out
to
a couple
buy
of the
the
zombies.
quick
You don't want
revive
to go
perk
down.
again.
So it's like...
However, at this point in time, the quick revive should disappear, because you can only buy quick revive 3 times. You buy it immediately upon starting the game, immediately after your first death, and then once more immediately after your second death, at which time it takes off and you can't buy it again. However,
goes
after
bye-bye.
dying for the second time and buying quick revive for the third time, it remains, and we can see it's still there a bit later on. Because
that
Syndicate has
shock- remember we
spliced
used to
2
be able
runs
to akimbo
together,
that
he has
shotgun?
ended up with more quick revives.
Okay, you know which weapon was like low key, like good, but I never really liked using it? It was that 4 burst round one. That one was the G11, I think it was. It was really good, but I freaking just hate. I couldn't do it. My accuracy was garbage.
Then what should be possible? The YouTuber Russian, who made a video about Syndicate's run and believes he didn't cheat, says that Syndicate simply misspoke when saying this was his second death, and it was really supposed to be his first.
And this is when on round 81, after taking it down, he says, and I quote, "That's my second down," and when he buys a quick revive again, the machine doesn't disappear. A lot of people see that as clear evidence of him modding in some way, shape, or form, but I think what happened here is that he's live commentating on his best round ever after taking it down, and he most likely misspoke. It happens to me when I've got a script right in front of me, so it definitely happens to Tom when you add in all of these other factors.
However, this completely ignores the fact that on round 71, Syndicate went on an entire rant and told a very specific story about how he definitely died earlier in the run, even giving the exact round it happened, which is why he didn't have the mule kick perk.
But the only stupid down I've had was at round.
So this is in the same
27,
game.
and
Okay,
that's when I
okay.
had mule kick. Now everyone's been like, why
we
no
are-
mule kick? And the reason for no mule kick is simply because I had it, but I got the mule kick and then I got the thunder gun. So the thunder gun was in my mule kick slot, which is an absolutely idiotic move. I just completely forgot about losing it. I just didn't think I'd go down, to be honest. I got a bit overconfident. No! No! Oh my god, my second down. You have got to be shitting me.
I'm sorry, but creating an elaborate fairy tale explaining very specific details that apply to this exact run, and then corroborating that fairy tale later on by saying that you have indeed died twice isn't misspeaking. That's just called lying. One interesting thing some people say is that maybe he just modded his way back to round 71 because his game crashed. But other than that, it's legit. Even Russian,
Yeah,
and I'm
see,
sorry to
that,
pick on...
I'm sorry, but no. Nah, I don't accept that. If you go down around whatever the freak, and then you try to pick back up, nah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That's not the point. The point is you stay alive the whole time.
And once again,
I could get to round 30 and then just freaking die and then be like, well, I'm just gonna god mode my way to round 30 again because that's what I picked up on. And then go to round 70 and I'm like, well, I died again, but now I'm just gonna god mode again to round 70 and pick up from there because that's my record. And she's like, that's not how it works. You can't just call timeout whenever you lose.
But the rest was legit. However, this is just flat out wrong. Even if the rules stated you were allowed to cheat your way back to round 71,
what is this argument?
which they don't, in Syndicate's case, he ended up giving himself an extra life. He died once on his way to round 69, confirmed by his description and commentary. He died once again in round 81, which we can see on video. Then at some point between rounds 85 and 98, he is downed for a third time. We know this because his perk order changes, and also quick revive disappears, indicating that he bought it once again. Then between rounds 105 and 110, he dies for a fourth time, and we can tell because he completely loses his quick revive perk. So in total, he gets one extra quick revive.
This is a cool weapon. I like this weapon. This one's cool. This is not the one, but I like this one a lot too.
And therefore one full extra
life. This was
life.
cool, but it was
Normally
not very
you can
good
only
in
revive
game.
3 times, but in this game he revives 4 times. It really doesn't matter how you spin it, he cheated. A reasonable theory to have is that Syndicate did legitimately get to round 69 before either dying or his game crashed. The end of the legitimate game is probably the footage he uploaded first. Beyond that, he decided to cheat by modding his way through to the later rounds. And there is substantial circumstantial evidence to support this theory. Mind you, this circumstantial evidence doesn't prove he cheated, we have already done that. All this extra evidence does is try to explain how he cheated. The first piece of evidence is that in his later rounds, it shows that he has not purchased any of the wall weapons that are normally purchased at the very early stages. When you begin the game, you only have a pistol, and generally, one of the first things you do is buy a better weapon off the wall in the starting room, or
not for me. I'll be honest with everyone here, because what I will used to do right off the bat on this map, I would go over to this door right here, and it would be this one specifically every single time next to Olympia. I would smack all the wood boards on it, and I would repair it, because that would give me an extra, like, well, I think it was like 10 per each, so it'd be an extra, like, 50 repairs. No, it would be 5. I think it was 20. Was it 20 each? I couldn't remember how much. Point being, you would get extra monies for that, and then as long as you could, like, round 1 zombies, you could shoot twice in the body, and then knife them, and that would give you the most amount of points, so that you could avoid buying the M14 or the Olympia and move on to the next room, and then just sort of rack up points with headshots or with knifing until I would buy like an actual decent good weapon or like the MP40. That's how I used to do it.
You can tell if a weapon has been purchased before,
or in this
because
case,
it will
the
pop
one
out
I
of
think I
the
used
wall.
to love going for that middle room one to the
In
left.
Syndicate's later rounds, he hasn't done this, which makes sense if he just skipped the early rounds. These starting weapons are essentially useless later on, so if you do skip the early rounds, it makes sense they are never
forward to the
bought
left, there's
again.
another weapon
When Who
down there
Needs
I really,
Jug
really
brought
like.
this up in his original exposed video, people claimed this isn't suspicious because they themselves don't buy these starting guns, which might be a reasonable defense. However, we know this
Admittedly, once I pack a punch all my stuff, I always bought the Bowie knife. I like the Bowie knife.
isn't the
It's
case
cool
with
looking.
Syndicate. In his round 68 video, we actually do see one of these starting room guns, and we can clearly
Oh,
see
the
that it had been
Olympia.
purchased. So purchasing this starting weapon was part of his strategy. It makes absolutely no sense for it not to have been purchased when we see it in his later rounds, unless of course he skipped the early rounds completely. Another interesting tidbit is about the Thunder Gun, which is one of the most powerful guns and the gun that Syndicate relied upon for his strategy. You get the Thunder Gun by opening the mystery box, but there is only a small chance of acquiring it every attempt. And every time you open the box, it costs 950 points. One of the videos in Syndicate's series is called The Most Expensive Thunder Gun Ever, 300,000 points, meaning that he opened the mystery box hundreds of times to get the gun once. And Syndicate starts recording again just after he gets it during round 76.
Ladies and gentlemen, 350,000 points and a thunder gun. Oh yeah, baby, back in the game.
Notice that he has 2 ammo in his magazine and 10 ammo in reserve. When you pick up the Thunder Gun from the mystery box, you always have 2 bullets in your magazine and 12 in reserve, which you see when he gets the Thunder Gun during round 84. However, when you just give yourself a Thunder Gun via commands, you have 2 ammo in your magazine and 10 in reserve. So there are 2 possible scenarios here. The first is that Syndicate finally picked up the Thunder Gun, then waited some undisclosed amount of time, during which he happened to fire exactly 2 bullets, then started recording and acted excited about just picking up the Thunder Gun. Or he just gave himself a Thunder Gun with commands. Another interesting thing to note about the Thunder Gun is that ammo is very scarce.
That's a good one. But, like, what are the odds? What are the chances he would freaking, like, fire off only 2 bullets and then freaking start playing? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, that's a
And
good
Syndicate
one.
acknowledges this multiple
Olympia one
times throughout his run,
really was
stressing how
amazing.
important it is that he needs to try and kill 24 zombies with each shot.
That Olympia one pretty much
Yeah.
convinced me,
It's round
like,
destroyed.
80%.
I've got to try and take out like all 24 with it each time.
This one's a
But
really
then
good,
he goes ahead
really
and uses
good.
the Thunder Gun to kill only 1 or 2 zombies at a time, and he does this many times throughout his run. He simply doesn't care about conserving ammo, which doesn't seem
not
to
for
make
the Thunder
sense.
Gun.
However, again, this is clearly not a big
you would
concern
wait until there's
if
a
he is
train
just
of
giving
them.
himself
Never
Thunder
waste
Gun.
a Thunder Gun.
There is also a ton of evidence centered around his gameplay and decision making, which basically boils down to he's not good and he has no idea what he's doing. Though I'm not a zombies player, so I can't really comment. If you want to know more about Syndicate's bizarre gameplay choices, you can watch.
Like, the only time I would go ham with the Thunder Gun is specifically during a Demon Dog level. Because during the Demon Dog levels, it's a guarantee you'll get a max ammo. You got spicy chicken wings in front. Nice, bro. Now you're making me hungry. All good.
videos by Who Needs
That's
Job
awesome.
or
They're doing
Fleur.
something delicious.
Ultimately, Syndicate's Zombies run is cheated. It consists of various different games spliced together, and he almost certainly used commands to give himself weapons, points, and to help him progress through
Yeah,
rounds.
I only ever
he then
wasted
recorded
ammo on
commentary where he
Demon Dog
lied
rounds like
multiple
that.
times about what
That's a
happened
good point,
during
but then
his
again, I
game
never really
in order
used
to
a Wonder
make it
Weapon
more
all that often.
believable.
I always liked the ray
9
gun
years
more.
later, he was still
My
lying about
move was
his
a ray
cheated
gun.
run and trying to profit from it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been 9 years. 9 years and probably like a week to the date that I got to round 115, aka the famous 116 run that I did in Call of Duty Zombies way back in the day. Now you might be like, oh, why? What's going on here? You're going to redo it? You're going to go back all that way? And the answer is hell no, because that was one of the most insanely mind-numbing things I have ever done. However, there was a remastered version of...
Bro, are you kidding me? If I got famous because of doing that, and my job was just to play games all day, I would 100% get back to 115. Are you kidding me? Yes!
In Black Ops
Live stream that!
Chronicles. So I decided to pay homage 9 years later. We're going to get to round 115 again. Now I know everyone's going to be like, you probably used the powerful
on the
buttons and all
remaster,
this and all
okay.
that. And the answer is yes. Yes, I did. Because I didn't want to spend 3 days and my mind going numb doing it again.
Then in 2021, when he was called out for cheating, he lied again and made up some brand new ridiculous story.
Wait, don't get me wrong,
I mean,
I
come
like- I
on.
like
At
that
the
you
end
did
of
it
the
in the
day,
remaster,
it's
that's
not a
cool.
big deal
And
if Syndicate
100%
faked the
go
run
use
back
all
in
the new weapons.
2011 in order
But
to
I would
grow his
definitely go back
YouTube
and
channel.
replay
He was
the
young,
OG,
and
just
young people
to
can do
shut
dumb
everyone up.
things. But to keep the lie going for
There you go,
over a
did it live
decade,
on stream.
even when he's much older
Pop
and
now.
even when the proof is there, is pretty insane. I guess what I'm trying to say is just
Dude,
admit
it's
it.
such a good
I
game.
assumed after Syndicate was charged by the
It's such a good game, and then I wonder why, because like in all the Modern Warfares, they just copy paste all their old maps. It's like, can you just copy and paste all the old Call of Duty Zombies maps into one game, please, and let me play and have fun?
FTC for deceptively
They
promoting
need to make a
his CS
mode where you can play the same maps, but all the Wonder Weapons are in the box instead of just like dedicating one Wonder Weapon to one map. I hate that. Like back when you used to have to play on the moon to get the microwave gun.
Go gambling website in 2017 that he may have learned his lesson and became a more honest person. But unfortunately, it seems like this isn't the case. I guess some people just don't change. A big
when he
thanks
started
to
the
Crops
gambling
for helping
thing,
me
yeah.
learn about Black Ops Zombies and Syndicate's run. Please go and show him some love by checking out his YouTube channel. I'll throw a link in the description to one of his more popular videos going over even more examples of cheating in zombies. Thank you so much for watching, you legends. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.
Dude, another fantastic video from Carl. I freaking love freaking Call of Duty stuff like that. I watch Glitch Queen and other Call of Duty like video makers. Especially the ones that are still making videos about old Call of Duty Black Ops 2 maps. Freaking solid. Ayoo, be sure to join the crew. Please like, follow, and subscribe. And hey, if you like that video, you should check out this stuff.